Now let's head to the province of Cosenza. Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Lens on Cosenza. Today's episode is really exciting. We have a special guest, Sonia Ferrari. Sonia is an associate professor of tourism and place marketing at the University of Calabria. Sonia is also a native Cosentini. She lives in Cosenza, the city of Cosenza. And without any further ado, let's jump into the interview. I have some questions for you because I'm very interested in your work and what you are doing in not only Calabria, but more specifically the province of Cosenza. I have
Yeah.
been I have been going to Cosenza now for going on 32 years, and I'm moving there. My wife and I are moving to the province next year in May, and I'm talking to people here, both in the U.S. and in Italy, about the province. And let me introduce you to my listeners. You are a professor at the University of Calabria. Am I correct? And
Yes.
you are a professor of tourism marketing and place marketing, which is very interesting to me because doing my research on you and your background, one of the areas that you work in is albergo diffuso.
Yes.
I'm hoping you could tell us about this.
It is a specific model, accommodation model, a specific Italian accommodation model. It consists of different buildings, so it is called also spread hotel. Because you have the rooms in different buildings, but there are central services, for example, the reception, the restaurant in one unique building. So it's a way to utilize to create a little movement to attract tourists in the populated villages. We have this problem of the population in our inland villages, and so it is a way to create an interest to rediscover authenticity and local way of life, to create a link with the local community.
Very good. One of the things that attracted me to this model that you are basically putting in place throughout the province is my wife and I are filmmakers, and we've shot 6 of our films in Italy. And when we bring a crew, whether we bring people from the US or we hire people from Italy, to shoot in an area, we have to find accommodations. And oftentimes, what we've done is we get an Airbnb here in this side of town, another Airbnb here. I'm interested now in what you have with Alberghi Diffusi, is to be able to take my entire cast and crew and have
Yes.
one place to check in, and then they could go to different facilities, but still have one central place to do
Yes.
the business.
Yes, it's true. This is the main advantage of this type of accommodation, I think. And also it is a sustainable accommodation because you utilize the buildings, the houses, the local architecture. So you don't create invasive new buildings. And I think for this reason, you can consider it like a form of sustainable tourism.
Wonderful. This is a big issue, particularly in the EU. I go to the film markets every year, not with the pandemic, of course, but one of the big issues back in 2019 at Cannes was sustainable film sets, where you work with the community to make sure that plastic is minimum and the waste disposal is minimum. And this, I feel, is very important when you have 20, 30, 50, maybe even 100 people coming to an area and they're eating, and there's all kinds of issues with the sustainability of the area. And I'm hoping that when we move to the province, we could work with you and try to get more filmmakers to utilize what I know is such a beautiful area. And we'll talk about the Sila in one moment. But I'm hoping that I could work with you and your organization to promote this.
Yes, I think that this aspect is very important, especially for our little villages, because the impact of a high flow of tourists, of visitors, can be too much for local people, like a little form of over tourism.
Yes.
So that a negative attitude on local community, and this could be negative for in terms of host guest relationship.
Wonderful, wonderful. Before I move on to your involvement as as somebody who is an administrator and director of things that take place with the National Park of the Sila,
It was some days ago. I'm no more the president of the park,
but you know much about the park, correct?
Yes. I worked there for 8 years. So
8 years. Do you find now the more people are discovering not only Calabria, but the province of Cosenza? Because as I said, I've been going now for over 30 years, and there's so much for me to explore in the province. I know that when you and I were communicating, I sent you a website that had almost 500 points of interest in the province itself. Apart from the Sila, what other points of interest can I tell my listeners about? Because I'm trying to get them very excited about coming to Cosenza and seeing what the area has to offer.
But first of all, I would like to know if you are from that area, if your origins are from, your roots are from
yes,
Cosenza.
Parenti di vicino Belsito, di Pignano, they are all from, and I still have my relatives, cugini in Belsito.
And we are working on roots tourism. That is a form of tourism of people that would like to come back to visit their country of origin or their family's country of origin. And it is very important. This segment is very important for our region because of the migration of the last decades, of last century, etc.
And this is called roots tourism.
Tourism, yes.
Wonderful.
We finished now our first part of the research. We did it with the help of the support of the Ministry of Foreign Ministry. And we are publishing a book in English, Spanish, and Italian about this phenomenon, especially related to Argentina. Italy and Argentina.
Sì, lo so. Sonia, is there a website that my listeners can go to find out more about both roots tourism and also albergo diffuso?
We have a page on Facebook that is called Turismo delle Radici.
Okay.
And you can see my photo because there is another one, but you can see my photo and the photo of a colleague of mine.
Okay.
So you can find everything, our conferences and every activity we carried on. So about Cosenza province, I can say that It is an interesting place to visit. First of all, because it is a large area. It is one of the largest provinces in Italy, the fifth. And we have two seas. The area overlooks two seas that are the Tyrrhenian and the Ionian Sea. So we have many nice villages near the sea, near the coast that you can visit. All the area is rich of historical, archaeological, and artistic resources. But we have also natural resources because we have two national parks. The Sila National Park, that is a plateau. It is a wonderful place to visit. The most important resource are the pini larici, that are a type of pine that is very high, there are very ancient trees that you can see in a reserve that is called the Giants of Sila.
I see.
Fire reserve. Fire is our an heritage fund, Italian heritage fund. And in Sila, you can also visit San Giovanni in Fiore, that is the most important town. In San Giovanni in Fiore, there is the Abbey, because San Giovanni is the town. Just I wrote something about all these things, but now I don't. Is the house of Gioacchino da Fiore.
Okay.
Gioacchino is a very important figure. He was a prophet, and he communicated through his designs. He painted symbols, and he communicated through these symbols. So he was an innovator. And there is this abbey that is like a mysterious place. A place that has something magic that you can taste when you are in this place. So I recommend to visit this abbey. In Sila, there are fantastic woods, there are visitor centers, the park visitor centers, 3 lakes. So many different things to do. There is an important trail network, about 600 kilometers of trails. So you can go trekking, but they are very easy to, you can just walk because it is a plateau. So you don't need training or something. You can just go. Also old people, babies. This is fantastic. I think that accessibility is physical accessibility is the main characteristic of Sila.
Sonia,
you can go everywhere.
Can you, in the Sila, is it allowed to fish and hunt?
No, you cannot fish or hunt. No, because in protected natural areas in Italy, you cannot do this.
I see. I understand.
Pollino, the other park, national park, is the Pollino National Park.
Yes.
It is a part of this park is in Calabria, and another part is in region Basilicata. It is the largest national park in Italy, with many nice villages, and the symbol of the park are the pini loricati, that are very ancient, different types of pines. And you can see, for example, Civita, that is one of the borghi più belli d'Italia, that are a network of very nice villages. And in Civita, there is a canyon, a natural canyon. You can go rafting, and you can. Other interesting characteristic of this place is that it was funded by Albanian refugees.
Albanian refugees. Wow.
Yes. But 700 years ago.
Wow.
So, but they still have their traditions, their customs, their language. So it's also an interesting peculiarity of our province. We have these minorities, languages minorities.
Anche also small towns that speak Greek. Am I correct?
No, this is
No?
in southern Calabria,
Ah,
near Reggio Calabria,
and
in
Reggio.
Aspromonte Park, in Bova, and
I see.
the so-called the Greek area.
I see. I see.
So
I
it's
have a
different.
couple more questions for you before we end here with Zoom.
Yeah.
Where do you live in the province? Do you live in Cosenza proprio?
I live in Cosenza. I live in
Live in
Cosenza.
Cosenza.
Yeah.
And Sonia, what do you call a person from the province of Cosenza? Is there a name? Like there's Palermitani,
Ah,
Catanese, Romani,
Cosentini. Cosentini.
Cosentini,
Yes.
Cosentini. And my last question, so I make sure that I put this up on my website. The Facebook page again was Turismo di. The Facebook page you told me, the Facebook page for Alberghi Diversi, and I think you were talking also.
No, I'm sorry.
about-
I didn't understand because there was another problem with the line.
Ah,
What did you say?
you said you had a Facebook page, Turismo di, and what was
Delle radici. Delle radici.
Delle Radici.
Yes.
Our Zoom is ending here, and I want to thank you very much. I look forward to meeting you. We're coming to visit in October, and then we make our move again in the big move in May. But
Yeah.
I thank you, and I hope we could talk again.
Thank you very much. I'm very happy to meet you, and I would like to help you in Cosenza to
Thank
visit
you.
the town and the province.
Thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. Sonia Ferrari has been our guest today. And Sonia, thank you for all the information on the province of Cosenza, the Sila, the Polino, and just wonderful information. Thank you.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed our interview with Sonia Ferrari. Please check her out online and some of the great work she's doing for the province. If you're enjoying my podcast on my journey to become a expat and living in the province of Cosenza, give me a like, subscribe, tell your friends. I hope to see you back here in the weeks ahead. We've got some more exciting things happening. Thank you.